Greetings to everybody. So 666, the mark of the beast, the RFID chip, has now had a date set for March the 23rd, 2013. Now in this video, as you probably suspected by the title, I'm going to be talking about the importance of why this chip has some kind of reference towards the mark of the beast. Now it all came up to speed based upon Obama's healthcare law, which now includes these RFID chips, which has also been going on for quite a number of years. Now at first I didn't realize that it was going to come out on March the 23rd. I don't even know if it's going to be like a real date or not. But based upon the information that was sent to me and the information that I looked up, with this chip you'll now have your identification and even your bank details, and even have access to where you're located as well. Now this seems to invade privacy because it's like you're being monitored 24/7. But in this video, I know many conspiracy theorists have said that the mark of the beast is this RFID chip. Now in the past, I know that there's been quite a number of interpretations upon what this mark of the beast could be. Some people have said that it represents Wall Street, a barcode that will be implanted on your forehead, and of course this RFID chip. Now the problem is that when it comes towards biblical interpretation, we seem to kind of use world events to translate what the Bible is saying. It happened with the popes, thinking that this is going to be the last pope before Jesus comes again. And also there's a very deeper example as well. In the book of Daniel, a king named Nebuchadnezzar had a dream about world events. This vision was based upon the succession of kings in its order, starting from the king of Babylon. Now in Daniel chapter 7, Daniel received the same vision, well, not exactly the same vision, but in principle it was the same vision, but with a different method or different symbols used. And he also received a bit more detail to explain the previous prophecy that was given to King Nebuchadnezzar. So instead of it being a statue of a man, it was reinterpreted as animals representing the same kingdom. Now the Bible already gives us interpretations based upon what these animals represent. But the question is, why am I bringing this example up? Well, in the Bible, the lion with eagle's wings represented Babylon. The bear with the 3 ribs in his mouth represented the king of Media and Persia. The leopard that had 4 heads represented the kingdom of Greece with Alexander the Great. And the undescribed beast represented the Iron Monarchy of Rome. Now this is all explained using just the Bible itself. But the problem is what I stated from the very start of this video. People use interpretations in the world to translate what the Bible has to say. And that's the problem that is happening even with the mark of the beast and this RFID chip. But based upon this interpretation that I've just given a minute ago regarding Daniel chapter 7, I've heard many interpretations based upon what this could mean or what that could mean. And you'll be quite interested to know what people actually say. For example, the lion which represented Babylon has been translated as representing England, simply because England has the same animal as Babylon, a lion. The bear represents Media Persia according to the Bible, but modern day translation or interpretation says it represents Russia, again because Russia, the national animal is a bear. Friends, even the vision of this statue with the man that had head of gold, chest and arms of silver, belly and thighs of brass, legs of iron, feet of iron and clay. The feet represented divided Europe, but today's translation says it represents Africa because African feet are muddy. So what does this whole explanation have anything to do with this chip that is apparently coming out on the 23rd of March 2013? The problem is that instead of allowing the Bible to interpret itself, people are using world events to translate what the Bible is actually saying. But okay, even though that's the case, why is it such an issue? Like, why is it a problem? The problem is that if you're actually using this chip to say that this is the mark of the beast, when it's actually not the mark of the beast, you may end up receiving the mark of the beast because of a wrong interpretation. So let's just briefly examine the facts. According to the Bible, those who do not have the mark of the beast have what's known as the seal of God. They are simple opposites: left, right, up, down, in, out, hot and cold. In Revelation chapter 14, we see an example of those who have the mark of the beast and those who have the seal of God. Notice what it says about those who don't have the mark of the beast, or notice what it says about those who have the seal of God. Revelation chapter 14 verse 12 says, "Here is the patience of the saints. Here are they that keep the commandments of God and the faith of Jesus. Now, if we look at the interpretation that this chip represents the mark of the beast, how does it match with this opposite, that being the seal of God represents those who keep the commandments and have the faith of Jesus? Short answer, it doesn't. Those who have the mark of the beast receive a chip, and those who have the seal of God keep the commandments of God and have the faith of Jesus. Make sense? No. So if those who have the seal of God keep the commandments of God and have the faith of Jesus, it's obvious that those who do not have the seal of God don't keep the commandments of God and don't have the faith of Jesus. Now, before I end this video blog, let's just quickly examine the words the mark of the beast. Okay, so as you can see here, we have the phrase the mark of the beast. But now let's break it down a bit and see if we can get the answer to this mark of the beast. Okay, so it says the mark of the beast. No, let's slow it down a little bit. Okay, the mark of the beast. Let's slow it down a little bit more. The mark of the beast. Aha! The mark of the beast isn't just a one-worded phrase. It's actually telling us something. The mark of the beast is simply saying the beast has a mark. So it's just like an example of saying the document of Mr. Smith. So what would the logical question be to ask? Well, I guess the logical question would be to ask, who is Mr. Smith and what's in his document? So it is with this case right here. We simply need to ask the Bible, who is the beast and what is his mark? Once that happens, we'll finally get to know what the mark of the beast is. Now, as I continue, I just want to say that I'm not making this video based upon just information. I'm making this video based upon knowing that these things are really coming to pass to show that the mark of the beast is soon to be passed. Based upon Bible prophecy, this mark of the beast is going to be enforced very soon. And friends, it is not the RFID chip that's coming out on the 23rd of March. Now, because of time, I can't really go too deep into it. But if you want to know what the mark of the beast is, I've done a presentation which goes point by point what we've just gone through, and will even go into more deeper detail so that you can't be lost when it comes to this understanding. But before I finish, let's see what the Bible refers to as a beast. Once you know what a beast is, we can then say, okay, what's the mark of this beast? Daniel chapter 7 verse 17 says, these great beasts which are four kings which shall arise out of the earth. Daniel chapter 7 verse 23. Thus he said, the fourth beast shall be the fourth kingdom upon earth, which shall be diverse from all kingdoms, and shall devour the whole earth, and shall tread it down and break it in pieces. So what does a beast represent in Bible prophecy? A kingdom. Not a chip, a kingdom. So therefore, what do you think that we need to know based upon this understanding? We need to know who is this kingdom. After we know who this kingdom is, we can then know what their mark is. Okay, so friends, as we allow the Bible to interpret itself, we won't end up on the wrong track. Because if we really take time to think about it, the main importance isn't what has been broadcast today, that being the mark of the beast. That's not even the main importance. The main importance is how not to get the mark of the beast. In other words, the subject should be, how do I receive the seal of God? Put it this way. Would you rather know what a flu is, or would you rather know how not to get the flu? Well, I'm sure you obviously want to know how not to get the flu, because knowing what the flu is not going to stop you from getting the flu. Therefore, we need to understand how not to get the mark of the beast. So friends, again, if you want to know how to receive the seal of God and how not to get the mark of the beast, these three presentations will help you fully understand, so that you will not end up deceiving yourself with this understanding that the world is bringing out. And again, the purpose of this video is not for the sake of information, but for people to get on the right track of when it comes to understanding prophecy. It's not about charts, beasts, or symbols, dates, times, and mysteries. The purpose of prophecy is to see, how am I in this prophecy? And that's exactly what Jesus has designed prophecy to be for us. So I thank you very much for taking the time to listen to this video, and I hope that as we continue to study these things out for ourselves, we will not end up following the crowd, but we will follow truth. Okay, thank you very much for listening. Take care and God bless. Bye for now.